Gubiest of the tubiest, the best YouTube subscribers on the planet. That's you. And I'm 50 plus, Junior.
Reggie, I'm
Junior.
20 plus. You know what I'm saying?
Junior. So look, Junior is an experienced driver. So I'm going to talk to a experienced driver. So, experienced driver, how long you was driving before you come here?
See, 2018, so 5 years.
So you've been driving for 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you drive? What'd you pull?
Reefer, drive-in, intermodal containers. I did a little bit of flatbed, probably only 3 weeks of it. It was intermodal flatbed, so the commodity was a little limited compared to, of course, what we're doing now. We was just doing pipe strapping and pipes, and that was pretty much it. And it wasn't as intricate as the pipes that we do here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I don't want to know which companies that you worked for. I probably don't need to put that out there, but you obviously decided to come to Melton and do flatbed.
Mm-hmm.
What made you decide to come to Melton?
Well, flatbed was something I always wanted to do in the beginning, but it was something that with the company that I started with, they didn't have it was overflowed in that department, so yeah. I was kind of pushed into doing the reefer, and I kind of just got used to doing it. So I went home and I worked local, and some family things went on. I said, well, if I go back OTR, I want to actually do what I wanted to do the first time, and I really was looking for a company that was going to provide the adequate amount of training. And Melton was, I had watched a lot of YouTube videos too, but Melton was one of the few companies that I've seen that had extensive training, because I knew that's what I was going to need, because the training that I got from the prior company, it wasn't to this magnitude. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't as extensive as Melton. So that's the main reason why I came. I knew I would get the training, and I was going to be able to, actually make it worth my while being out here on the road, away from home and away from family and stuff like that.
So far, have you noticed any I know it's only been a short period of time, but have you noticed any significant differences between the way Melton operates and your previous companies?
Oh yeah, this is a strictly flatbed company, so they have a lot of time, and they have a lot of the equipment where you can do the made up loads that they kind of recreate. They have way more of that here. It's just dedicated to flatbed. Whereas the previous company, they haul all different kind of stuff. So, like I said, the flatbed wasn't their main thing. Reefer, it's a reefer company that just happens to do flatbed. So, definitely do see a difference.
Right. Yeah.
And yeah, a good difference. It's a good thing.
Yeah. Melton is a flatbed company that just happens to do flatbed.
Right.
That's all they do.
Exactly.
Therefore, they do it right.
And that's what I was looking for, a company that was dedicated to flatbed,
exactly.
Period. Only flatbed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they do it well. So,
yeah.
Let's talk about the experience that you've had so far with, I guess, with just the training part of it, just on the yard. I know you said there was a lot of makeshift loads out there for you to practice on. Do you feel like that was enough?
I feel like there's always room to learn more, but I will say that had that not been the case there, I probably would not have been as ready to come out here and apply it. Of course, they can't fit every kind of load in there. They're limited on space and stuff like that, but it did give a general idea on some of the common loads that we will be hauling, so that you won't necessarily be going into it completely blind. You would kind of have an idea. You could refer back to what you did in training, and then plus they give you resources like the app, and then they got the Melton securement book just to refer to, just to point you in a general direction on what to do.
Right.
So
and a lot of people believe that when they go to orientation and they go to the yard and they get the little training, they're going to be good to go. And the fact is, what you're given is a introduction to these things. Okay,
Right.
and then you get on the road with a mentor, and then what our job is to give you real world situations to where you can apply the foundation. Okay, and which means if let's say we just dropped off an aluminum extrusion load. So a couple of things you learn, like we don't tighten those things down with gorilla strength, right? So if you can't apply gorilla strength to it, the option is to
add more straps,
add more securement. You can't bear down on everything, and then that's just going to hold it to the trailer. That's just not how it works. And so now you'll go get another load, aluminum extrusion, and it may be multi-layered. And then you may have to put multi-layer straps through it. It may be super tall. It may there's a variety of configurations the way that stuff could fit on a trailer, because no two loads is going to be the same unless you carrying pipe or steel coil.
Right.
I mean, when you take in a product like that, it'll be different every time. Every job's different. See?
Right. Correct.
It's not like a brick load. You're gonna take a brick load, it's gonna be brick loads.
Right.
Okay. Shingles, same thing. It's just shingles, and they're gonna go on there one way. That's about how it's gonna roll. You know. But there are some loads that what you get in orientation is an introduction to what is the Melton way of getting things done. That way, when you come up with a trainer, then you'll have an idea of why things are done the way they're done, and then a basic way of looking at a load, and then visualizing the smart way to secure that load based off of the foundation information that you receive.
Correct.
You see, you were an experienced driver, so you spent about 8 days. And what do you think about 8 days for experienced drivers? I mean, when I say experienced drivers, I mean guys that have never done flatbed, like yourself. You drove reefer, you drove dry van, but you hadn't done you hadn't done securement stuff. And well, I'll let you tell me what you think about that length of time.
Well, maybe case by case. I mean, driving is the job. I mean, that's the common thing between no matter what kind of freight you pull into driving, that comes as a second nature. But I think the securement part of it, maybe no matter what your experience is, maybe it should be extensive, as in coming in brand new, because even though you have the driving experience, you don't have the securement experience. So technically, you almost on the entry level. You are on the entry level as somebody that's coming in, brand new out of trucking school. So because basically, the only reason why it was 8 days is because I have the driving experience, not the securement experience.
Correct.
But I will say though, with that being said, I think that even in that 8 days, I still did learn a lot. Of course, if it was extended over a more extensive period of time, I would have a lot of time to not just have to cram everything in. But I still definitely did learn a lot of things that I have to, that I know that I can improve on, and
experienced drivers is only going to be out a week. And generally that's about the time span for an experienced driver. Okay. If they go out with a OTR mentor, trainer, whatever you want to call them, they may experience 2 loads.
Right.
And I don't get that.
I think though that at least when I was talking to one of the guys, I think that they trying to make it like a priority to put them, if they can, with a regional driver, because that was one of the things when I said that I wanted to go even though I was experienced, they said, well, we're gonna try to get you a regional driver because it is a little bit more fast paced. Because regional, we did loads almost every day, picked up every day, dropped, and then most of the time we was dropping and then picking up the same day. So it's fast paced, so you have that opportunity to kind of learn a lot within a short period of time with a regional driver. But if you're doing OTR, you probably got to pick up something on Monday, don't deliver till Friday on the East Coast, you know.
Then you pick up one on Friday, deliver on Monday.
Yeah, so you don't have no time to really get hands on. You know, on the road.
Because you're spending all your time driving. Which you already know how to do now. And you know, here's the big hump to jump, and I'm gonna let you speak on that part, and then we'll let this one, we make it short. But anyways, for mine, because mine is like 3 hours. But anyway, the deal is when you're on a truck for such a short period of time, there's other factors in there that you don't get to come to self-reckoning with, and that is the physical part of this job. Most people can take near anything for a short period of time.
Right.
Let that sound beat on you for 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Let having the tarp and untarp, and then tarp and untarp, and then tarp and untarp in 100-degree weather, and let it start to sink in, and say, let the whoa part. That happens on a trainer's truck, or when you're with the mentor.
Right.
Okay. It's my job to laugh at you a little bit, but then hand you a glass of water or a bottle of water, say come inside, sit down, cool off, talk about some prep for a little while, and okay, now kick you back out there and get back at it, but to break that, that cycle of you being in like I just saw you struggling with that, and I
still ain't cool off. I still ain't dried off.
Yes, and so when a person is by themselves, and then they go through something like that, that could be tap out, throw in a towel, I'm done.
I think flatbed too is like a double whammy, because for the new guys, you have to learn the art of truck driving, period. Let's just say if you wasn't even doing flatbed, that's something that you have to learn to do in itself, with being away from home, the mental aspect of it, and then to throw the physical aspect of doing flatbed. It could be double the challenge. And I tell a lot of people, my brother, he wants to become a truck driver, he wants to come to Melton, right? Of course, I'm not gonna tell him no, but I'm gonna say you need to consider that it's not just, when we're doing flatbed, you're not just driving like you would in another reefer. You're gonna have to do the driving, learn the mental side of it's a lifestyle change. Being a truck driver, it's more than just a job or a career or what you're used to. It's a lifestyle change. This, you eat, breathe, sleep this, you know what I'm saying? This is why your bed is here. But you have to know how to create that balance and know what you want to do when you come out here, because it's not all glitz and glamour, but it's about what you make of it. And I had to learn that in the 5 years. I would come out here and I would stay 3, 5, 6 months out here, and then you kind of forget that I got a personal life that I need to value too. So know what you want when you come out here, and know that the sacrifices you're gonna be making when you're doing not only trucking but flatbed too. It ain't no joke. You know what I'm saying?
If you had it at this point right now, you started over again, and you had to fill out that Melton app.
You mean from like 2018 in the beginning?
No.
Or
knowing what you know right now.
Oh.
Right, right now, if you had to start over again and make that phone call, would you still say, man, I'm ready to go do flatbed, knowing what you know right now?
No, because if that was the case, I think I would have did it much sooner. Even though it was something that I wanted to do, of course you have those other thoughts, like you start, watching videos, or even people that you might know that do it, and you let them, their perception of it get into your head. So probably not. I'm gonna be honest with you. I probably would have. I mean, look, it took me 5 years to even think about coming back and doing it.
How's it going?
All right.
They're gonna be here long because we rented this building already. You're kind of right in the front of it.
We're just waiting for Uber.
Huh?
We're waiting for an Uber. I mean, I can move up if I'm in your way.
Well, when you see a black truck, I mean, that's where he parks right in front.
Okay, yeah, I'll move up.
Thank you.
Yeah. But yeah, that's that. That's that.
So let's move up so he can have his parking spot.
Yeah. What am I? You gonna end it here? Or you want me to do shout outs? I got some shout outs I need to make.
Well, you do that in a minute. Till I see you again, deliver undistracted. Here's your boo.